everyone, and welcome. ProTax Account here, and today we're tackling something super important, your final tax credit award notice. If you've ever received tax credits in the UK, you're going to want to stick around because we're breaking down exactly what you need to know and, more importantly, what you need to do.
So, you get that brown envelope from HMRC, and your heart kind of skips a beat, right? Is it good news or bad news? Are they about to give you some money back, or are you about to get a bill? Well, your final tax credit notice holds that answer. Checking it isn't just a good idea, it's absolutely essential.
And listen, this isn't just another notice. This is the big one. The whole tax credit system as we knew it, it's done. It officially wrapped up on April 5th, 2025. So this piece of paper is literally the final chapter. It's your very last chance to spot any mistakes and get everything squared away with HMRC for good.
All right, here's what we're going to cover today. We'll start with what this notice even is, then how to get your hands on it online. After that, we'll decode what all those numbers mean. Then we get to the really practical stuff, fixing mistakes, dealing with overpayments, and what happens next. Sound good? Let's dive in.
Okay, first up, the notice itself. You're looking for a form called the TC602. Now, I know it probably just looks like a bunch of official government paperwork, but trust me, understanding this thing is super important, especially this last time around.
So, what is a TC602, really? The best way to think about it is like your final school report card, but for your taxes. It's HMRC's official breakdown where they compare the money they actually paid you against what their final calculations say you were really entitled to. It's the moment of truth.
And this is why you've really got to pay attention. This one document confirms if the money you got all year was spot on. It'll tell you in black and white if you've been overpaid, and yep, you'll have to pay that back. But on the flip side, it could also show they've underpaid you, which means you're due some cash. This is your last shot to make sure the numbers are right.
So, where do you find this crucial document? You might get a paper copy in the mail, but honestly, the quickest and easiest way is to grab it online. We're going to walk you through how to do that using the government gateway.
The good news is it's actually pretty simple. First, you're going to sign into your government gateway account. Once you're in, look for the section called Manage Your Tax Credits. From there, you should see an option to check your tax credits award notice. Give that a click, and boom, there it is, your TC602. You can view it right there, but I'd really recommend you download it or print it out. It's always good to have your own copy.
Okay, here's a little pro tip from us to make your life even easier. Before you even open your laptop, go find your national insurance number. And while you're at it, grab a recent P60 or a payslip. Why? Because the gateway might ask you for some of those details just to prove you are who you say you are. Having them ready will save you a whole lot of time and hassle. Right, you've found your TC602. You open it up, and it's just a wall of text and numbers, isn't it? It can look a bit intimidating, I totally get it. But don't you worry, we're going to break down the key sections you need to focus on right now. First thing to check is the award period. This just tells you which tax year the notice is for. For this final statement, it should clearly say the 2024 to 2025 tax year. That's from April 6, 2024, all the way to April 5, 2025. It's just a quick sanity check to confirm you're looking at the final wrap-up document.
Okay, now, stay with me here, because this next bit is absolutely crucial. This is where most people go wrong. It's the income details section. This shows the total household income that HMRC has on file for you. You have got to check this figure like a hawk. Seriously, this is the #1 spot for errors to creep in.
So why is that income number so critical? Well, it all comes down to something called the income disregard threshold, which was £2,500. All that means is if your income for that final year changed, went up or down by more than £2,500, you were required to report it. If you didn't, their calculations could be way off. Say your income jumped by £3,000 and you forgot to tell them. That's exactly how an overpayment is created.
So what if you're looking at this and thinking, hang on, that number's not right? Well, that's not all. Here's where you have to take action. You can't just ignore a mistake and hope it goes away. You've got to get it fixed. And it's not just about the income. You need to scan the whole document. Check the simple stuff first. Are your personal details, like your name and address, correct? Then look at your working hours. Did they drop below a key threshold, like 16 hours a week? What about childcare costs? Did they change? Or your family situation? Let's take an example. Think about Maria, a freelance designer in London. Her income went up quite a bit last year. It was vital that she made sure the income details on her notice perfectly matched her self-assessment tax return to avoid a nasty overpayment demand. This brings us to a topic that can cause a lot of stress. What to do if the notice says you've been overpaid, or if you just plain disagree with HMRC's decision. It can be worrying, I know, but there is a clear process to follow.
An overpayment notice is never fun to get. But as we always say here at ProTax Accountant, the absolute worst thing you can do is ignore it. It won't just disappear. The key is to understand that you have options and there are clear steps you can take.
So what are those options? Well, the clock starts ticking the moment you get that notice. You have just 30 days from the date on the letter to request a mandatory reconsideration. That's just a formal way of asking HMRC to take a second look. If they review it and stick to their original decision, you still have another step. You then have another 30 days to appeal to the independent first-tier tribunal, where you can present your case for a final ruling. All right, we're on the home stretch now. Let's wrap up by looking at the bigger picture. With the tax credit system now a thing of the past, what happens next? And where can you turn if you need a hand navigating all this?
So here's the big change. For most people who used to get tax credits, the future is universal credit. This is a single monthly payment that has replaced tax credits and a few other benefits. Your final TC 602 notice is what effectively closes the book on the old system. Any future support you might need will be through universal credit.
Okay, let's quickly recap the key takeaways. First, your final TC 602 is your last chance to get things right. Second, use the government gateway to find it. Third, check every single detail. Income, personal details, all of it. Fourth, if you spot a mistake, you've got 30 days to act. And finally, never ignore an overpayment, and remember, there's an appeals process if you need it.
After all that, it's completely normal if you're still feeling a bit unsure about your notice. Or maybe you've discovered an overpayment and you're worried about how on earth you're going to manage it.
If that's you, please don't struggle alone. This is exactly what we're here for. The team at ProTax Accountant can give you clear professional advice, help you understand an overpayment, or even guide you through an appeal. You can reach us on WhatsApp or by phone at 07985 689912 or just pop us an email at info@protaxaccountant.co.uk.
We really hope this guide has helped you get to grips with your final tax credit notice. For more clear, straightforward advice on all things tax, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.